Why are you running for state superintendent?
I have 30 years of fighting for Arizona school children to make sure that we have the best education as possible. And I'm a mom, and I just see our children in many of these school settings, and we see that we are at the 25th percentile in reading. In fourth and eighth grades based on the nation's report card. That is absolutely unacceptable. And when I first started out of college, I went to Pepperdine University. My many years early in my career were on K through 12 education policy. I was writing the laws in the 1990s to create school choice in Arizona, whether it was open enrollment to be able to send your child to a school outside of your residential zip code, to charter schools and the innovative approach they bring to families. Also, we now have ESAs, and when I served in the state legislature, I was the chairwoman of the Education Committee, and I not only helped sponsor ESA legislation for students with disabilities, but advance that to children who are from low-income families, foster families, military families. And today, as state treasurer, I have advanced 3.2 billion for our Arizona public schools. I'm the daughter of a public school teacher who taught for 38 years in our Arizona public schools, and I know we can do better. We deserve to have a better education system in Arizona, and I believe the current incumbent has failed us on his watch. You know, we are needing to bring back phonics-based reading instruction, vocational education from home ec classes to shop classes, and really laying that groundwork for the trades, because we have such a growing state that we need to prepare our workforce for those jobs, be welders to electricians. But many of these opportunities can be right in that K through 12 system to create that pathway for workforce skills and readiness, so that by graduation day, when they're walking across the stage for their diploma, they're also getting in hand their certification or their apprenticeship program for day one after graduation.
You already kind of answered this. I don't know if you want to add anything else about what qualifications you do have to want to become superintendent.
Yes. Well, when I first graduated out of college, I went to Pepperdine University. My early career was entirely based on K through 12 public education in the public policy world. So I was writing the laws for school choice and advancing academic standards in reading, math, social studies, and science. I worked for two governors, and my entire portfolio was on K through 12 education, higher education, and workforce development, including vocational education. I not only worked for two governors, but I also worked for the Arizona Senate Education Committee as an analyst to provide that information to the elected members of the state Senate. I did that for 5 years. And then I went on and I continued to advance my skill set in education by being the vice chairwoman of the House Education Committee in the legislature, and then as chairwoman of the Senate Education in the legislature. But I also served as a legislative member of the Arizona Board for Charter Schools. And in my role as state treasurer today, I continue to work on advancing more dollars for public education through our state land trust fund. And I have earned and distributed 3.2 billion for Arizona public schools during that period of time.
So we're going to go on to some of my questions, and some of them will be also from community members. Do you feel like more needs to be done about school safety, and if so, what?
I'm a long-standing advocate for school safety in our schools, because children need to feel safe and secure when they are learning in their classrooms. And so even when I was a staff member for the Arizona State Legislature back in the 90s and early 2000s, I staffed the school safety committee that allows for grants to go out to our school districts. And as a member of the legislature, I was the co-chairwoman of the school safety committee. And one of the things I advanced was a $12 million bill that allowed for more of those grants to be added, because there was a wait list of so many districts that needed to have a school resource officer on their school campus. Today, I continue to advocate for that and bring more of those school resource officers to our campuses, even those who might be retired, who have the skill set to be protectors of those schools. And oftentimes, we have so many who are on the waiting list, and they are not getting the funds because the districts that were getting them were from school districts that don't have as many safety-related issues. So I really wanted to make sure that those districts that had more security needs, that had more incidences on campus, be the ones to get those grants, because the need was greater. And in the past, they had sort of the first to get the grant, you know, or first come, first serve. And many of the districts that were getting those grants for so many years were the school districts in, high income districts, and they were able to hire grant writers and be first in line. And for me, that wasn't fair. I wanted to get those SRO officers and the school safety personnel into the very schools that needed it. And oftentimes they were the very last in line and they didn't get those grants.
We've had a teacher shortage for a while. How would you help address and relieve that?
Teacher retention continues to be a problem. In fact, just last night, I got another email that said that teacher is no longer going to be practicing in the fall because they're not able to continue in this pathway. And that is very sad. I'm the daughter of a public school teacher who taught for 38 years. We need to do more with teacher retention. And my plan as state superintendent would be to have mentor teachers who come in from the Department of Education to work with those teachers who are on year 1, 2, and 3 early in their careers in a classroom to help them with classroom management, whether it's from disciplinary issues to curriculum-related development, just to managing that in that first couple of years of teaching, because the needs are great. And oftentimes when you're in that grind every single day, it's just so overwhelming. And we are investing in these wonderful teachers in these early years. We don't want to lose them to another industry. So I believe that teacher retention has to be addressed, especially Arizona, because we have a very high rate of teachers leaving after just 3 years.
ESA has been in the news for a lot. Do you think it needs more guardrails?
As state treasurer, I've already been working on what we can do better. And I am a strong proponent of school choice and was one of the prime sponsors of ESAs in 2011 when we had ESAs just at that time for students with disabilities. Today we are at 102,000 families who are on this ESA program. And I believe that the rapid growth of this program is just going so quickly that the infrastructure is not meeting that need. And so one of the things that as state treasurer I have already started to do is to ask for a request for information of the financial platform vendors that exist, because that creates the system from a technological standpoint of creating a red flag if there is a request for a purchase or an expenditure that is not defined by an educational definition. And right now, we have a lot to do with, many things that are currently in the market, but we're not there yet in this ESA system in Arizona. What I think we can add is AI and other technologies that will allow for us to be a little bit more sophisticated in this field on the technological front so that there is accountability to the taxpayer and yet a greater ease of being reimbursed to that family, especially if this is an educational need. There are so many families of children with disabilities on the ESA plan that they have a great need of getting reimbursed for those expenses. And the system is not meeting those needs fast enough. So we have in place, a financial platform, just like Amazon would be a financial platform. But what we don't have is a sophisticated system. Let's say you're an HSA holder, a health savings account holder. You have a card, you want to purchase something, and maybe you want to purchase contact lens solution. Well, you as a consumer think that contact lens solution should be a health savings account expenditure that is legitimate. But when you try to, at that point of purchase, make that transaction, it kicks you out. It doesn't allow for that card to be used for contact lens solution. We aren't there yet with the ESA. So there are points of purchase where it is not kicking an item out of the system if it's not under the definition of an educational expense.
People who are against the ESA program believe that the universal portion of it should be repealed. How do you feel about that?
Well, universal means that every family can take these funds so that they can meet the needs of their child on an educational front. And the parents know best, I believe. I'm a parent and I have children, and every one of these children has a unique educational need. So the government shouldn't say you should be stuck at the school in which you closely reside to. And that government school shall be your point of education. In Arizona, we have celebrated school choice for over 30 years. And that means that a parent can have a type of educational program, whether it is a traditional district public school, to a charter school, to a homeschool, to a private school, even to a tribal school or a micro school. All of these are among a menu of services. And that's education freedom. And that's what I stand for. That's what obviously 102,000 families in Arizona on the ESA plan stand for. And I understand that it will continue to grow in the fall to 104,000 families. So It is something that parents in Arizona desire. And again, I believe that the funding should meet the need of that child. And it should be a parent to decide what is best for that unique need.
Arizona continues to rank towards the bottom for education. How would you help improve that?
Well, Arizona should not be at the bottom of education. We deserve better. And, as a mother, I believe that we can do better. I used to visit my mother. She was a school teacher in South Phoenix. And every single time I visited her school, the printer was wrapped in duct tape. And it was always broken. Yet when we visited the school district office, everything was in place. And all of these fancy printer machines were what you would see at Office Max or any professional printing shop. It was backwards. Even then, as a young person, I knew that the administrative funding was scooping up the bulk of finances at the school level, when it really should be down at the schoolhouse level, meaning where the teacher is, where that student is, because that's where the greatest need is, and that's where it matters most. So from my perspective, I want to make sure with my financial executive management background, we can move the dollars to the right place where it will create the greatest effect on academics. And I believe that's with teachers and with the students. We shouldn't have teachers going out to a garage sale to purchase their own supplies. That should be paid for by the school. And we also have to do better with retaining teachers so that they have the pay that they need, not only for being a teacher in the classroom, but keep in mind that we have to compensate them for what others are being paid for in other states. And so that's something that I would bring to the table. Beyond that, I do believe that we need to have accountability, right? So when we see what is happening in some of our school districts, it is something we need to rein in because as you can see, there is spending in certain areas that appears to be, needing to be reined in. And so from an accountability standpoint, from a financial standpoint, and transparency, we need to bring that all together. And I'm the right person for this position because of my financial management background. We can also move up in our rankings based on our academics and really focusing back on the basics because I'm a traditional back to basics approach where we can bring in phonics-based reading instruction to teach kids how to learn to read in a systematic way. And it works. It's proven. It's scientifically based. Instructional mathematics in the traditional way without using the calculators. And in my opinion, we need to bring back shop classes and home economics because those teach real life skills in these middle school grades where they're starting to get a little wiggly, and we really want to engage them so that they don't drop out of school before high school is over. And these are the vocational skills that really create that pathway to workforce training. And we want to ensure that we have children ready for their jobs in the future.
Do you feel like schools are underfunded, and what would your goals be to help with that, as well as what would you do despite the funding needs?
Yes, I'm a strong supporter in ensuring that our schools have their financial needs met. And I worked very hard in the state legislature to create more funding for our education system. As I mentioned, I've been laser focused on education funding for many, many years and making sure that teachers get what they are due and paid for with great performance, being able to bring back performance-based pay to teachers who are doing great and moving their children along in those key subject areas. I also believe that we need to ensure that we have the funding moved from the Proposition 123. So as you know, the Permanent Land Endowment Trust Fund provides additional funding for our schools, K through 12 public education, including charter schools as well. And as state treasurer, we have advanced at record-setting numbers in the Permanent Land Endowment Trust Fund, over $3 billion, again, for public schools in a very short period of time. And that will go away if it's not renewed. So Permanent Land Endowment Trust Fund funds will allow for us to continue to advance education funding without taxing additionally to our residents in Arizona. But I do believe that we can do more by moving money away from the administrative office into the classroom. And that classroom funding matters most because that's where the teacher is and that's where the student is. And we need to focus more money, move it from the district administration office into the classroom. And focus, again, on the basics. I also want to make sure that we address funding as it comes from the universities. So, for instance, our schools of education are teaching these teachers how to teach in the classroom. And so ensuring that we are using our money wisely at the university level to ensure the teachers are learning the skill sets they need, the basics, reading and math, social studies and science, so they're ready and prepared once they get into the classroom so we can focus our teaching and our learning on the real issues that matter.
One mom said that she feels there is no accountability in schools in terms of kids learning. She says she feels kids are playing a lot more, always like with their friends as opposed to learning. What do you want to say about that?
Well, our instruction in our classroom needs to be focused on the subject matters. And oftentimes we see that there are distractions in the classroom. And I am a strong believer in staying absolutely aligned to reading and math and focusing on the subjects that they need to learn at that grade level. So going back to academic standards, I in my early career helped develop reading and math standards for Arizona and the issues of social studies and science as well. And if you go back to what we are teaching in our schools, we need to have the teachers teach to those benchmarks to make sure that student is ready to move forward to the next grade level and not move them along if they are not, because that does not do that student any service when they're moving them along and they are not ready for that next grade level. We also need to ensure that our teachers have that teacher development available, and the Department of Education can do more by really engaging teachers and being able to help them to focus on that classroom if there are disciplinary needs, to help them, train them, be able to be a help to many of the teachers who are dealing with classroom disciplinary issues. I also know that many families are no longer going to parent-teacher conferences anymore. So parents need to engage as well to their child's education, show up and know what they need to do to help improve their child's learning environment in that academic school year. But beyond that, I also want to engage governing board members. These are local school district governing board members. They're elected locally at all of these school districts around the state. I want to help them also be leaders within that local district by, once they are elected, bringing them to the Department of Education and ensuring they have the proper training to learn about basic funding for school district, transparency, accountability, all of the things that they need to know as a governing board member for a very large, budget that they are managing. Making sure they understand what curriculum options are available, but also ensuring that they understand ethics and the laws, mandatory reporting if they see something that is suspicious, things that they may or may not be getting at the district level. I want to be a help at the Department of Education to guide and train local governing board members as they are elected.
Another question from a mom. She says, or I guess more of an issue, she feels like bullying is a big issue for her. For you as state superintendent, how would you address that, or if there are ways to mitigate that?
One of the first bills that I sponsored in the state legislature was based on a premise. I was literally getting my mail in the evening, and a family was walking down the street with their dog, and they said that their child had been bullied as a freshman in high school by a senior in that same high school. And the school, while the child had teeth removed from the punch to bruises, and he was bloodied, he sat in the nurse's office and was told by the school they have to file the police report at home, because if they file it on the school campus, they would have to be ranked in the letter grade, and that letter grade would fall because of the number of incidences they would have to report in that school year. That was disturbing for me. So I filed a bill as a member of the legislature that said, bullying has to be a priority on the school campus, and you can't just put it under a rug and try to hide incidences on your school campus because of some letter grade that a school gets every year. And we created a reporting system that allows for anonymous reports to be made at the school office in a little box. Nobody has to know who it is. It could be a parent. It could be a student. Just, being able to identify my child is being bullied and we need help. That it can go even further if we continue to work on these issues, but we have to address this with parents. And we need to hear what is happening in these schools. Bullying has really come in so many different forms, not only in a physical way, but also through social media and other ways that we really need to help these young children early on before it really develops into something unfortunate.
One parent has a student with special needs and says that she feels like there aren't enough resources for them. How would you address that?
Well, I've been a long advocate for parents who have children with special needs and disabilities. And, just the districts around the state, many of them have also approached me, and they also need to see more federal funding come for the needs of the students with disabilities at the local school district. But the Department of Education, this is the State Department of Education, has a waiting list of people who have tried to call, and sometimes they don't get their calls answered by these parents who are just needing to have their questions answered. And many of them have come to me to say, we need new leadership at the Department of Education, because as parents of students with these special needs, they are not getting their needs met at the department level, at the state, also from the federal level. We need more funding, and the funding needs to come quickly into the state, but immediately down to that school district where the parent is. And we need to help answer their questions, because oftentimes these questions are not easy to answer, and they are having to navigate through all of these different avenues, and it's frustrating. And sometimes they have to have their needs met immediately, and that is not happening at this time from the current administration at the Department of Education led by Tom Horn.
Another parent believes that school lunches should be free. What would you be able to do to help with that?
Well, many of the school lunch programs that we have in Arizona are federally funded, and they are a need, especially in certain school districts around the state. And so that's something that I certainly support, because we need to make sure that kids don't come to school hungry and can't learn while they're in the classroom. I also believe that these lunches should be in the cafeteria. I have heard stories that oftentimes the lunch is brought into the classroom, and a student's eating their lunch or their breakfast in front of the other kids in a classroom setting. Those are the things that can distract. So we need to make sure that while we have these programs in place and funded in a way that is necessary for many of these districts who have that unique need for food and nutrition, we have to make sure that we implement them and administer them in a way that is most productive for educational learning and that student.
My last question for you, why do you think you should be superintendent?
I have the background and experience for this position. It's going full circle for me, because I started my career in the 1990s on K through 12 education, and for 30 years I have been, fighting for Arizona school students. And as a mom, we can do better. We deserve, as families, to have a better education in Arizona. And the current administration, under the leadership of Tom Horn, they have not met those performance skills. And that is something that we cannot afford for the next 4 years. So many people ask me, why are you running against a fellow Republican? Well, in the business world, if you are not meeting your performance measures, you fire them. And that's what this primary is about. I believe I can bring not only my background and skill sets on education policy for 30 years to this position, but my financial executive management background as state treasurer. We absolutely have to do better on our funding, the management of our funds. We need to bring more money from the district level to the classroom level to the teacher to the student, and really getting to the academics, because reading and math are at dismal levels here in Arizona, and we absolutely need to do better. We deserve that, and I believe I can be the leader to make sure this gets done.